Just experimenting here, Clark, early in the season, and they're trying to feel which rotations work and which ones don't.
Well, that's normal for coaches to tinker a little bit, especially when you've got new players and you're trying to put together a different team. So you tinker until you find what works for you, and then you look to stay with it. Ideally, you'd like to be set on your rotation probably no later than a fourth of the way through the season.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Pelican five right now. The star big men pair of Davis and Cousins are up front. Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday, and it's Hill in at the small forward. Rondo with the ball. Now Payton defending. Hill has the open look. No good on the three. On defense, New Orleans. Here's Isaac at the tip, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Screen by Cousins. And it's Rondo in the corner. Inside, Davis. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Davis has got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Fournier. Feeds it to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Payton buries it from three-point range.
And the three-point stroke of Payton, he does not shoot often from there, but when he does, you've got to make sure you guard him.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Fournier. Here's Isaac. And again, it's the magic from deep.
The ability of Gordon to set brick wall picks really creates some easy scoring opportunities for his teammates.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, of Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Now Fournier following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins from deep. Here's Vucevic. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And the story for Jonathan Isaac. As a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I noticed most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis.
Here's Rondo following the three-pointer by Orlando. Hill kicks to Davis. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Now here's Vucevic following the miss by Anthony Davis. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Rondo passes to Holiday. The tray. The shot comes out, so Orlando will take it the other way. Fournier gets a wide open look. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Cousins. From the baseline. He squares up and sinks it. Cousins has got his second basket of the game.
And with great players, you've got to pick your poison. You'll live with Cousins shooting from mid-range.
Back to Payton. Here's Isaac. He's got 6. The dish to Gordon. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, doesn't matter who you are, the defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
Hill kicks to Rondo. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Davis. Right through the D for the layup. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Magic lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into it.
Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And the Magic just went through, Clark, the worst 5-year stretch in franchise history.
Yep, and how about the second worst winning percentage in the league? That's where they've been the last half decade. And some failed trades, misses on some draft picks. They've got a really good young coach, though, I think, in Frank Vogel. Had some tough luck in the lottery along the way. At some point, you have to start creating and crafting your own luck. And I think they will. I really do. Frank has proven himself as a good coach. I think it's just a matter of time before the Magic start trending north.
Losses the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Hezonja's out there with Simmons. And it's Biyombo at center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Anthony Davis is second.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving." Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here. Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Goes back up, and here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Break from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
There's the screen. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Allen dishes to Clark. Crawford outside. Now the pass to Miller. Just 5 on the clock. Allen kicks to Miller. There's Crawford with the 3. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Orlando leading. Pass to Hezonja. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Davis sets a screen. Davis with a screen on Simmons. Clark kicks to Davis. He dishes it to Clark. Davis sets a screen. There's Crawford with the 3. Crawford missing again. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the floater. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Here's Clark. Crawford kicks to Allen. Fires from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Magic.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
Simmons passes to Gordon. Over Clark. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
On the wing, Davis. They need this one. Orlando grabs the miss. Biombo's got his third rebound tonight. Outside, Simmons. Cross on the wing. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Again, the miss by Gordon.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Davis can't get that one to fall.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Simmons dishes to Ross. Here's Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's the Magic. They lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Elfrid Payton. EP, you saw the floor and found the open man in the first half. What's enabled you to create all those opportunities?
Just trying to get into the paint. Defense collapsing, and the guys are doing the hard job of making the shots. So.
Well, it's a team effort, Elfrid. Thanks a lot for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, when he scored.
Clark, in your rookie season in the NBA, did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment, a player sequence where you were brutally introduced to how unforgiving the NBA can truly be?
Yeah, how about my first night out? Spencer Haywood ran me in circles, and I shot 2 for 17, scored 6 or 8 points, and he was in my head from the very beginning. Thankfully, the Pacers won that game because it was a forgettable night other than that. But Spencer Haywood, even to this day, when I bump into him, reminds me of how he disrupted me and distracted me in that first game of my rookie season.
So for New Orleans right now, Hill and Davis are the forwards. Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. Fournier with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Vucevic, just 4 to shoot. Sinks the triple. Isaac's got the first bucket of the third here for the Magic.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
And Cousins kicks to Holiday. It's Hill on the wing. Cousins against Vucevic from 8. It doesn't go for him. The Magic go the other way with it. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Isaac. He's got 9. 9 feet out. The shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Rondo. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
It's underrated, but Rondo possesses terrific strength. Even when you get the contact, he has a way of being able to create and finish shots.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper, you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
Rondo kicks to Moore. Here's the screen. Pass to Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. Off the pick. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Orlando's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Hill against Gordon. Back to Fournier. Here's Isaac. 9 points in the game so far. Three-pointer. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. From 13, here's Vucevic. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Rondo, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Elfrid Payton. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. 1, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And 2, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, "In today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance. He conceded they might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. There's the pick. Pick up by Hill. Cousins inside. Vucevic on him.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
40 seconds left in the third. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Now Ross. 5 points in the game. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Davis is checked in for Solomon Hill. Allen comes in for Miller. Jordan Crawford's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And Ian Clark subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Crawford passes to Cousins. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Clark kicks to Cousins. The feed to Crawford. Here's Davis. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He is just a monster on the boards. And with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
And we just finished the third. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Offensive come and go. This has got to be our staple. Suffocating D.
No surprise, focusing on defense, Frank Vogel reminding his guys what this team is all about.
Yeah, you can win with consistent defense no matter what your offense is doing. But of course, you know he'd love to have both.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Peyton and Hazonia, their backcourt. Terrence Ross is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
They now take the lead. Crawford's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pelicans.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on the run quite soon.
No good from Ross. New Orleans in the lead. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Clark kicks to Allen. They set the pick. Dishes to Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. The offensive rebound, and Cousins gets it to go.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Top of the key, Hazonia. Good on the bucket. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for Biyombo. Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. And Fournier subbed in for Mario Hazonia. And New Orleans also making a change. Holiday's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. With this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who's committed to him.
Clark dishes to Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Goes up at the stripe. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Rondo comes in for Ian Clark. Vucevic, and the rejection by Cousins. Lays it up off the glass. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Impeccable form of Vucevic. I mean, when he's shooting from the mid-range, that's a shot that he's going to make more times than not.
Screen by Cousins to the inside. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Davis. Holiday's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans. Orlando, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic, shoots over Cousins, and it's Vucevic missing. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Cousins, the pass to Rondo. The 9-foot shot, and no problem from Cousins as he finishes at the rim. And now it's a 10-point New Orleans lead. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 10. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Vucevic with the block.
And you know, with Vucevic, as is the case with all shot blockers, it's about time. And how can you bait that shooter into shooting a shot that you know you can block? When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Cousins.
You know what stood out to me, Kevin, was his confidence.